Hello, my friends, and right now it's the next episode of Brand Your Dream Show. And today we have our wonderful expert, the transformation life coach, Shannelle V Johnson, and she's going to share with us a lot about the journey and how to transform your life until the end of this year. The topic of our wonderful session will be the steps to end the year focused and in purpose. And until we're waiting for Shannelle, I really hope that you all will join us and ask questions because it is really interesting topic. What kind of steps can we take in our journey to be original, to be real, to really work on our purpose and really be focused, and how it can help us to be on this journey really, really successfully. So here is Shannelle and joining us, and she's joining us from the sunny islands of Bahamas, and I really hope that we will have all great connection to deliver this wonderful interview to you today. Hi Shannelle, pleasure to see you here. So let's start with our first question. I already introduced you, and people know that you are transformational, I didn't say journey and transformational life coach. And I know that you are so passionate about the journey and how to help people to be themselves. So I want to ask you the first question. How did you start your business? What moved you to actually become an entrepreneur?
I started my business it's like 7 years ago now. And the reason why I got into it is because I am a single parent, and I always did work from an entrepreneurial background, like doing contractual work from home because I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. But what happened is kids grow up. So my daughter grew up and went off to college. And then I found out that I wasn't needed anymore as a 24-hour mom around the clock. And so I went and did my certification and decided to become a life coach because it was a passion that I had. And throughout my whole entire childhood into my adulthood, I was always known as the person you could come and talk to and get advice from, who would always journey with you and guide and direct you. And so that's just who I am. And so I decided, if that's who I am and I'm in a new season in my life, why not do who I am and make some money doing it and enjoy what I'm doing? And that's how I got into it.
Fantastic. I think it is absolutely call of passion and call of real calling for you. So it's really amazing. I think we lost connection for a second or something. Shannelle, I hope to see you in a second. Something is going technically wrong. Um, just, oops.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm back. Sorry.
Our internet was not fair to us. So, okay, until we have internet, let's quickly start with our main topic. And our topic is about steps which we can take until the end of the year to be focused and on purpose. So share with us your steps, please.
Okay. I have, okay. So what I'm sharing are steps that you can use to end the year focused, strong, and in purpose. And some of the steps are very simple, and some of them take some time to really um, define what it means to you. So I'll just give you an example. One example of a step is to define. I always like to work with my clients and ask them to define for me what strong means to you, what focus means to you, what purpose means to you. So one of the steps is, we will go through a process of defining the definition. So it's not just the definition that's in the dictionary, but it's actually your understanding of what the definition is, and then defining and writing a statement
Mhm.
of what definition means to you. So that's one of the steps. Um, the other step is acknowledgement. Through my coaching, I always get you to acknowledge. So you'll hear me say acknowledge a lot because it helps you to stay focused. It helps you to also and stay in the present moment, stay focused on the present goal.
Mhm.
Third step is a step of discovery. You
Mhm.
discover what habits and the actions are, what things are holding you back because you already have defined the direction you want to go into.
Right.
So it's now discovering what are the hindrances, what are the habits, what are the actions, what are the things that's holding me back.
Mhm.
Then after we define and discover, we go back to acknowledging. We acknowledge what we discovered. So we're back
That is
to
interesting.
yes. And then after that, the next step is we strategize. So
Mhm.
we strategize and then we create a action plan
Mhm.
for the forward movement that we want because we already defined it. We already know what the hindrances are. So now we then create an action plan to move forward so that we can get the change, get the transformation,
Mhm.
and end strong. After that, we acknowledge yet again our action plan. So I always keep you accountable
Mhm.
to action, which is very important. And after we acknowledge our strategies and our action plan, then we decide and make a commitment. We then commit to everything we've discovered, acknowledge, and how we want to move forward. And after you make that commitment, you have to then state your mission statement. How do you want how do you want your end of year to look?
Mhm.
Now, bear in mind, this may seem complicated. It's not.
Mhm.
It may seem like a lot. It is. And it may seem like, will I get there? Can I really make a mission statement about myself? Bear in mind that we are following steps to get there. So it's a journey. And that is why I so love journeying. And that's why my business is called Journeys, because it's really all about the journey. Hi, Leah. So because it's all about the journey, we'll get there. You can do it, and we
Mhm.
will do it together. And then at the end of it, you'll have your vision. You'll have clarity of your vision, clarity of your steps forward. And, you could create your own vision board at the end. I know a lot of people are familiar with vision boards, but this is more in-depth way of how it will be. And then at the end of that, you just actually daily, you will be encouraged
Mhm.
to do whatever strategies you have to do. And then by the time of the end of the year comes, and I don't know about everyone else, but Christmas for me is my favorite time of the year. I do Christmas countdown. I'm known on Facebook as the lady that does the Christmas countdown and play the Christmas songs in July. So that's me. So by the time it's Christmas comes and we're in that celebratory um, time with our families, with our friends, it's a time when you will see the growth, when
Mhm.
your families will get to see the new you.
Mhm.
So when you go to your parties and you go to your work events, it'll be a different you. And you will actually enjoy your Christmas to a whole different level because you would have upgraded your life from the work
Fantastic.
you put in. Congratulations. to you on that you would have upgraded, and then you would enjoy yourself more because you would have known more about yourself, and you would have reached attainable goals. And then you will start 2019 strong, focused, empowered, you know?
Hmm.
And that is and in purpose. And to me, it's very important that we live a life of purpose because when you live a life of purpose, although life throws challenge,
Hmm.
which any challenges, I tell people only two things in life are consistent: change and challenge. Something's always going to change, and you're going to always have to face a challenge. So
True.
as we go through this, as you go through these things, you will be so strong, so focused to be able to handle the change and handle the challenges. So that's what the program is all about. And the program is called the Fallout.
Hmm.
And the reason why I call it the Fallout is because to get to where we're going to have to fall out with some things,
Hmm.
upgrade some things, and then move forward.
So basically, we giving the best gift of ourselves to ourselves on Christmas.
Yes, and we don't do that enough. We don't give ourselves love and attention enough. We cater, especially as women who have to wear so many hats because we're nurturers. We cater so much to everyone else, especially if you're a woman and you're an entrepreneur or you are working on a job and trying to get your business going on the side. You really do not. It's hard to find time for you. Now, one thing about me as a life coach, I always like to encourage you, find the time for you
Absolutely.
because you can only give and be as effective fairly to everyone else as you are to yourself. And we have to love ourselves first.
Yeah, we
Because you
say
know
that
what is,
we can only give when our cup is full. So that's exactly
yes.
the thing.
And what's important too is if we are not loving ourselves properly, we are not getting the love back because no one knows how to love us better than us. So from learning how to love ourselves properly, then we then teach others
Exactly.
by our actions and our confidence and the love that we exert within ourselves through ourselves, how to love us back properly.
Absolutely. It's like teaching by example is the right way to teach. So that's true. So I wanted to ask you something because this is something which is really interesting for me all the time. Like, we all have some pieces of wisdom, and like everybody gives some recommendations and stuff like this. But then we come to accountability, and you mentioned in your description that you specifically focus on that accountability. So, give us a little bit more details on that. How you keep people accountable?
I keep people accountable by one, like I said, I do a lot of acknowledgement. So
Mhm.
I don't just run through a program with you. I make sure you understand that you have to own it. So I
Mhm.
think accountability is very important when we take responsibility and ownership. So that's one thing. And then there are also just practical things that you do. I always encourage people, like, it depends on the client and where they're at. Practical things that I have them doing, like I'm into essential oils, so I get them to take time out to diffuse and to use essential oils in their daily lifestyle, to exercise, to eat properly, to rest. Sometimes my clients have to do crazy things that they've never done, like take yourself out to dinner, you know? And then sometimes I have to take them through lessons and exercises just for them to discover what they like now. Sometimes people even forget what their hobbies are. Like growing up, hobbies was a common word. Now, when you ask someone what their hobbies are, you need to come back in a week and let them figure it out.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, it's true.
I
So,
personally love
self
to
care,
take
like
myself and
Angela,
in movies, you know, treat myself with movies. Just
right.
just me and the movie, nothing else.
I do that too. I'm a movie buff. Like Angie is saying, self care and rest is important, and I totally agree. And a lot of times we don't do the things. So I always encourage people to live a balanced life. which is very important. As much as possible, go after that. And then to make yourself accountable, I always have my clients, you have to slot time out for yourself. And I
Mm-hmm.
start them off at 5 minutes. And you would see how hard it is, even before my sessions. When I do my sessions with my clients and we have a quiet moment,
Mm-hmm.
right? We have a quiet moment for 5 minutes. I take them through breathing and relaxation just to shift gears. It's hard for them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's even hard for us to learn and know how to be quiet within ourselves and with ourselves. And that's a part of loving ourselves. Because in those
Absolutely.
quiet times, you discover things about yourself. You may
Right.
even discover you're very tired in that 5 minutes. You fall asleep, you know? So it's
True.
stuff like that. Hmm.
Yeah, so my
Hmm.
second question will be more about, again, the last part of that, what you were describing is about commitment. Because what I heard about the commitment a lot, it's like, okay, you have to commit that you're going to do it, and okay, go, be committed. So, how much focus you give on that commitment, and what kind of steps you would recommend to people to actually be committed to certain actions in their business, maybe?
Okay. To be committed in your business, I think, I guess the best way for me to say it is from what I've done. To be committed is, to me, is acknowledgement. Acknowledge that your business or your project or whatever goal you set is important to you. If you don't buy into that, then you will not be committed. Now, once you acknowledge that something is important to you and it's a priority in your life, you will do whatever it takes. That's within us. Even if you have to find outside help, like a life coach, or have an accountability partner. I do stuff like that. Sorry about that. And as a life coach, I'm your accountability partner.
Hmm.
So even if you need an accountability partner, and even I would want to say this for business owners, and this is something that I find that's important. Every day is not rosy. So if you're a business owner and you are really pushing your business and you're an entrepreneur trying to get it off the ground, or even you, like I said, things always change and challenging, it is still important to have someone that you can be accountable to.
True.
I think accountable partners, accountable friends, joining the Facebook groups, like how I'm in your group that I love. I think that is very important because you always will have a place where you can be open, get
Hmm.
advice, and share. So accountability is important in that, and commitment is important in that. You have someone to partner with you
True.
as you're going through your journeys, as you're going through your steps. That always helps. I don't think that life was meant for us to do it alone and go alone. So
That's a
I
good
would say
statement.
account, and then if you don't have someone there yet, because I will encourage everyone to have someone, some system in place, then I would say journaling. Be disciplined enough to have a to-do list and be disciplined enough every day to review that to-do list and see where you are. And then whatever is not done, start your next day to-do list. So have discipline structures in place of accountability for yourself and journaling or using the technology of your little phones and typing and writing things down.
This is absolutely wonderful recommendation. So now we come to one of our great questions is what is your best recommendation for our viewers?
The best recommendation. My best recommendation for you is I love definitions. I think it's very important for you to define where you are right now and then define where you want to be. Because without that, you wouldn't know which way to move forward, which direction to go into. So for me, it's always acknowledging and defining where I am now, and then having the courage to dream big with no limitations. Don't worry about resources, what I can have, don't have, and then dreaming big and defining where I want to go, and then finding the people, the places, the technology, the keys, the life coaches, the group like Eve's group. And
Oh, here was our connection again a little bit.
sorry, all of the different resources and talents that are needed for us to move forward.
Fantastic. I
That is
absolutely love this recommendation because, like, I think these three questions open up a little bit of that. What exactly do you do? Because it's like, you're really keeping people committed and accountable with all this kind of back to the definition, basically, of the steps which they take. So it's like a little bit deeper than that steps. I think it's wonderful. So I know that you are starting your program, and I'm absolutely grateful for this wonderful interview and this fantastic recommendations. I know that you can help people much, much more with the deeper information in your program. So tell us a little bit more about this, how it's called, and how people can find you.
okay. It is called the Fallout. It's the Fallout steps to becoming focused, strong, in purpose, and ending the year strong. That's very important to me. Um, you can find me on Facebook with my name. You could send me a message and inbox me to get more details about the program. Um, I'm very open. I would love to work with you. And even if anyone wants to just do a intro sit down coaching session with me, I always do a 30-minute session. So you could just send me a message and I will definitely be accountable. And first, I will acknowledge your message. I will be accountable for your message and respond back to you, and then we will move forward from there. I hope that that made sense.
This is fantastic.
I
I
was
think
just trying to be creative.
in the comments, I will share the link to Chanel's page. So you will be able to send her the message because, as you see, she's all about accountability, commitment, and understanding of your goals. And she can definitely help you to create the best gift for your Christmas. And the best gift for your Christmas is you. So she's definitely can help you with this. So thank you so much, Chanel, for this wonderful interview. And I will see you in the group, I guess.
Okay, thank you too. Thank you too. And I just want to say, I know I say it maybe too often, but I really can't thank you enough. I mean, even today I learned something new from you yet again. I have to go look up. So I can't I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough. And for everyone that viewed, I just want to say thank you, ladies, for watching us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.